How y'all doing, family? I'm reading Daniel chapter 6, and I can't help but notice and relate this back to Jesus Christ. So his peers and his officials that he had just been appointed to in the beginning of the chapter as a satrap, which is a high-ranking official government, they're trying to turn on him and pin against any single thing against him. It says in verse 4 that they could find no corruption in him because he was trustworthy and neither corrupt. He was not corrupt. He was trustworthy. He was a good man. He was innocent along this time. So they try to find every single thing to pin against him, to turn him away from the favor of God. So in verse 5, it says, finally, these men said, we will never find any basis or charges against this man unless it has something to do with the law of God. So they couldn't attack nothing about him, his character, what he does. They couldn't attack nothing but this man's faith. And that's what I'm trying to highlight, that our faith carries weight and it disrupts what the enemy has going, that he's going to attack our faith. So they went crying to the king, they went crying to the majesty, talking about to put a decree in law and to write it down so it cannot be changed, that if anybody who prays to any god or any human being besides you, your majesty, should be thrown in the lion's den. So immediately after Daniel finds that out, guess what he does? Prays, just as he has did before. He prays 3 times a day, giving thanks to his God, just as he has done before. Nothing has changed, and he is still striving forward for the glory of Christ. And I relate this back to Jesus, because Jesus, an innocent man, a perfect man that walked this earth, was found innocent after Pilate tried to find all these different. He was found innocent. He felt guilty. Pilate felt guilty of doing what he had to do. But since the people around him hyped him up and influenced his head to put Jesus on that cross, to release Barnabas, a man that was supposed to be us, that Jesus took our place and still went forward, knew all of us by name and died for our sins. How good is it that we serve that type of God? And going back to Daniel, even though he was thrown in that lion's den, guess what he had? Favor. The lion's mouth was shut completely. And they were just chilling. Daniel was just in there chilling. He gave praise to God, for he is the living God and endures forever. The same God yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Y'all be blessed and have an amazing day.